Hi, guys. Welcome back to Marant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I've been sitting here for a long time, 2 years, been making videos, doing the best I can. I have individuals out here who like to attack me, which I don't mind. But if you're going to attack me with something that's, you know, documented. Maybe you want to talk about fundamentals. Maybe you want to speak on a balance sheet. Maybe you need to read a balance sheet. But either way, I have a particular YouTuber out there by the name of AMC Bigums. Guys, go give him a watch. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the right information, for the correct information to get out. He painted me as in to say that I'm some type of villain, or I'm a liar, or I'm just not that smart. So we're going to figure this out together, AMC Bigums. I know you've never invited me onto your channel, which you probably never will, but you're always invited here if you ever want to have an open discussion, some dialogue about everything that you're wrong about. But we'll do this together. I'll push play, and I'll let you say your part, and then I'll answer it respectfully. One edit here. There's no edits, no takes. I just push record and I go. So let's hear it.
And people sit there and want to fucking kill this guy for it. And we're going to get into GameStop and Ryan Cohen in a minute because I fucking have them. And like I said, I'm going to rip Adam here in a minute. And I'm going to rip Ryan because this is fucking stupid. And I hold both stocks and they're both fucking... These guys that are GME elitists, we'll get into them in a minute because this fucking tool bag won't stop making videos of mine.
Talking about me.
And it's the fucking most pathetic thing I've ever fucking seen. And then I write a paragraph and a half on how GameStop's a dying company. And he reads it out loud. And then all he says to me is, well, at least we didn't buy a dying gold mine. No, but you know what you did buy? You have burned over $600 million in the last year and a half. And you know what new revenue source you came up with? Oh, a failing NFT marketplace. And then you go back to your old model of GameStop of selling used consoles, fucking collectibles, and video games, which is why you needed the bailout and why the shorts got into it in the first place.
Let's stop there. Well, first off, I said a lot more than just you bought a failed gold mine. And I don't mean you. We're talking to Adam Aaron and their board of directors and AMC, the investment. But if you want to talk about GameStop and fundamentals, I'm wholeheartedly behind what GameStop's doing, just so everyone knows. It's not a failed business model. You know, selling consoles, collectibles, and apparel is not a failed business model. GameStop's been profitable for a long time. But I will explain it to you in detail because if you have not read the SEC filings, if you haven't looked at the older, like 10Ks, it's okay. I'm gonna help you. Here you go. So this is going to be GameStop right here, and pay attention because I want you to get educated on this stuff before you talk about it again. 2014, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And if you look at this line here, it says gross profit for GameStop. The gross profit for GameStop back then was $2.5 to $2 billion as a company. Now, as you drop down, and you're going to see right at the bottom, net loss income. You're going to see GameStop 393, 400 something million, 353 million, $34 million. They actually were a profitable company with the business model they had. The unfortunate part was they started getting shorted, started getting attacked, and 2018 came around, and the stock price dropped below their goodwill evaluation. So when goodwill comes down, which is going to happen to AMC, by the way, it's going to happen this year. I'm trying to give you the warning now. You will be charged with a goodwill impairment charge. It'll affect the bottom line. So right here is your goodwill impairment charge. I want you to look at it, okay? $970 million for GameStop. That means shorters came in and dropped the price of the stock. The market cap came below the goodwill evaluation. Every company each year does an evaluation for their company, the brand, what it's worth. They have to tell the shareholders what it's worth so that they pick a price. And in this case, GameStop picked a price that was too high because at the end of the year, their market cap represented $1 billion less. That's why the share price matters for a company. Do you know what the goodwill price is for AMC? The goodwill price is in $2.4 billion, somewhere in that range. Their market cap right now is at 2.9. They're $500 million away from being under the goodwill price. It's going to start affecting the bottom line. So when you take away the $970 million that they had to take as a charge, GameStop really made $300 million. This is the number, okay? Checks and balances. These are the numbers that investors really look at. When I look at the chart for GameStop, this is the following year. The following year, GameStop dropped in net sales. Now, what people have to remember is 2018 to 2019, the bridge of the two was the cycle for the gaming console. That means all gaming consoles had to cycle, and there's not enough supply to refurbish the whole world. The whole world can't go buy a PS5 because there's not enough. You know how many PS2s were out there for years, PS3s, and now PS4s? Hundreds of millions. So not that no one's going to be able to supply the world with a new console. So they all have to try it out. They all have to do this part. But in addition to that, Fortnite rolled out. And when Fortnite rolls out from 2018 to 2019, right there in the gap, that's when Fortnite took off. You're looking at the Fortnite effect and the console cycle reset. That's why the stock dropped. Now, the stock drops, net sales drop, everything drops, right? And when you look at this, I just want you to know, there was 5,500 stores at the time. 5,500 stores all over the world. 5,800 stores in 2019. The reason why this matters and the reason why you want to look at this bottom line is because your net loss on income dropped all the way to 470. Once again, $470 million loss, okay? But it's all because of the goodwill impairment charge. If you take away the goodwill impairment charge, you can handle $160 million. That's an easy fix. That's too easy on the books. But now GameStop's taking on dead weight. They're taking on dead weight, and why? Because they know they're getting attacked by shorts. How did they combat that? Well, they can do a couple of things. Ryan Cohen comes in, not very far removed from now. Okay, Ryan Cohen came in 2020. They saw what was happening, guys. It's a profitable company. Why wouldn't I jump in it? But in 2020, the net loss for GameStop was $215 million. That's it. It's nothing. But when you look at the cash flow, they had a positive cash flow for the whole year. This is during the pandemic. They had a positive cash flow in 2018 of $325 million. They've always had a positive cash flow. They're always doing this. They actually sent out a dividend in 2019 of 38 cents a share. GameStop's a profitable company. I don't understand, and I don't want to get too excited about it. Like I know I get excited, and I'm upset at times because people don't know how to read this part. But the debt they had on hand, $940 million senior notes, they paid that off. They paid off $1 billion in debt. You're talking about a $600 million cash burn, but I'm going to tell you what they got for it. They got 2 new fulfillment centers, combined square footage of 1.3 million square feet. One of the buildings is the size in York, Pennsylvania of 5 Costco's. Reno, Nevada, 550,000 square feet. They have a call center in Florida with 500 employees. I'll tell you how much it costs to hire 500 employees to answer the phone. Training, culture, everything you have to teach them. Benefits as well. How many interviews do you think you have to do before you hire 500? Then you have management staff across the board. They actually hired 350 executives from different companies. They took on the whole management team from Zulily, who is connected with Mark Vadden. Mark Vadden invented Zulily. Pay attention. He then became the CEO as Chewy. He took that whole crew to Chewy. Chewy became mega successful. Yeah, they sold for $3.2 billion. That's pretty successful. Now they all came to GameStop. In addition to taking top tier brass from Amazon, from Microsoft, from everyone around you. Everyone came to GameStop for a cut, for a pay decrease, not a pay increase. The former CEO of GameStop, what does he do? He still has his shares. He's not selling his shares even when it peaked up to 400 and 300. It hit 300 3 different times last year in 2021. I say last year because I'm still in 2022 in a way. But you get where I'm coming from? People know what's happening here. They're a profitable company. They had a positive cash flow last quarter, $177 million, and yet you still increased inventory levels from regular $500 to $600 million all the way to $1.1 billion the previous year and $980 billion this year. Like, that's the average inventory. They're keeping everything on hand. And why? Because I go to GameStop this afternoon. While you were making a video bashing me, I was at GameStop. Couldn't make a video to say, hey, stop that, AMC Bigums. No, I was at GameStop, and I asked the manager, I said, hey, do you have this in stock? She goes, we have nothing. We're selling out of everything. Like, we got depleted this quarter. I go, well, the quarter's still going. It doesn't end till January. She goes, yeah, I know. She goes, but I'm telling you, we have whatever you see here is tough because they can't hold enough. They can't hold enough. Everybody's buying. I saw a PS5 walk out the door, and those 10 minutes that I was there, a PS5 walked out. I'm just giving you an education on what GameStop is. Okay, I'm not here to argue with you about what's better and who's not. AMC's on its own, man. It's on its own. But when you start talking about GameStop like they're not profitable, you need to know the business model, and you need to understand what retail does. Retail has these cycles. And once these cycles annualize on what it costs to do business, it's pure profit. And it's going to happen quarter 4, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. You're talking about burning $100 million when we actually have a net. We actually have a net positive position on cash. Yeah, we increased our assets. We increased our cash last quarter. Did you not read that on the bottom line? Was it hard to read? Because it's still there. If you miss out, it's on you, right? You own the shop, you own some shares, you should be, but to be critical of Ryan Cohen, that kind of defeats that too. I'll tell you why, because Ryan Cohen is the chairman of the board. He's not the quarterback. He's not the coach. He's the general manager. He's in the owner's box. That's who he is. He doesn't do the day-to-day. So you can't put the onus on him, but I can definitely do that with Adam Aaron. These guys are in two different positions. You might have the same title, chairman of the board, but Adam Aaron has duplicate titles. Right? And when he's doing that, the job is to create profit for the shareholder base. It's not just keep the doors open. Like, that's an operational thing. That's at the bottom level. Oh, we got to make a profit. Well, then go tell your people to sell more popcorn. That's not Adam Aaron. Adam Aaron's job is to strategize and make the right moves. And I don't know how anyone can tell me that selling to a short hedge fund 22% of his company was the right move. I'm trying to understand it, but I can't. But you can paint it that way. But you asked a question. You said, Adam Aaron, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're upset about it in a way, but you're not upset about it enough not to believe in him. Right? Adam Aaron's never lied, you said. He's never lied to us. Okay. Well, he also told you there's no synthetics. There's no proof of synthetics. He also told you he needs to dilute even more, and you're okay with it. Now, I'm going to keep playing your video. I know I went off on that, but I just want you to know GameStop is a very profitable company, and it always has been. It just got attacked by shorts. And the shorts, guess what they're doing? They're losing. And they're losing so bad that they can't get out. And as this price keeps dropping, and you're saying it's going to be $9, $16, it's going to be 10 or whatever, just know it's a 4-to-1 split. It's still at 40. It's still at the price it was when DFV was on the hill. And before even that, I'm telling you, in December of 2020, GameStop's share price was at $12, $8. So how far are we from that right now? We're at $64 today as I'm speaking to you. I think we're pretty far from that. It's still about 8 times more than what it was then. So eliminate the whole shot up to the moon and came back down. We'll do the same for you. We'll take away your squeeze that already happened in my mind because I already know what happened. Distressed credit investors got involved and they all made money. You just got shorted down to the oblivion by Antera and then you sold to them. How is that not a red flag? How does that not tell you? I mean, how many coincidences do you need to happen, AMC, Bigums, before you actually tell your viewership the truth? You have huge influence, man. You have the whole world watching, and you're saying you're not a grifter. I'm not saying you're a grifter. Let me do it this way. You have an audience that watches you and YouTube pays you. I'm the same way, right? But I'll tell you what, I don't have affiliate links. I don't sell merchandise. I don't allow super chats on my channel. I don't care if it is a follower of mine, like Barney or whatever his name is. Yeah, maybe I do have Pepper with Salt who sends me something once a year. But you know what we do? We ban them. We block them if they send a super chat. I'll give you that. You know what we say? Go buy more shares. And I'm going to tell you the same thing, man. You want to be my guy? You want to be on the same level as me intellectually? Read a fucking balance sheet. You're so intelligent about ISDA and every other phase of this, but you're intelligent about the manipulation phases, not the actual fundamental phases. We'll break that down. So, sorry if I get a little animated, a little heated. You're pretty heated as well, so we'll just call it even.
Now, all these people sit there and go, fundamentals don't matter because look at GameStop. They didn't cover. Why would they cover? GameStop is burning money at $100 million a quarter. Like I just showed you, they're literally burnt.
I think I just disproved that. But in addition to that, if you want to think they're burning cash, they're not, right? They have an increase of cash this quarter. But I will tell you, for you to say that they're burning cash and they have $1 billion, they have zero debt. They have no covenants. So they could burn the whole $1 billion. They would last 10 quarters. It's 2.5 years from now. In addition to, and that's if they had the same burn rate each quarter, right? I'm just being fair. And all things being equal and fair, they still have credit that they're borrowing on, so that they could borrow on up to $500 million. So they would last how long? 15 quarters? I'm just ballparking. That's really long. That's 3 years from now. And I showed you how they're making money. I showed you the angle they're going. They were at a negative $1.30 EPS, earnings per share. They're now at negative 31 cents. They've already gained $1 per share per quarter, and they're headed in the right direction to net zero. They get to net zero, they offer a dividend. What do you think the momentum would be? What What do you think the FOMO would be for GameStop once they offer a dividend? How far do you think the S&P 500 is going to drop this year? I think it's coming down to around 3,100, 3,200. I call for 3,150. But if it drops that far, what do you think the prerequisite to get into that is? I'm guessing it's going to be about $20 a share. I think we'll be there. But I'll keep watching you. I'm going to let you talk out of your ass for a little bit.
$600 million and Ryan hasn't came up with the new strategy. So they're looking over like, all right, at this rate and at this point, if it keeps going as is, they're going to be under $1 billion by the start of this year after Q4 if they kept burning that 95. And then what? He's going to burn another Q1, and then what? You're down to about, you're going to be below AMC. All these guys trying to come at us and attacking us. And then what are you going to do? You're going to either dilute through common stock or you're going to go through the bond. Well, guess what? Your common stock, he did a reverse trying to get people in to the stock. Tried to get retail to come back at the lower price because they couldn't afford it at the higher. People didn't jump back in on it and blow up. Ryan, everyone sits there and like protects Ryan but attacks Adam.
I don't think you understand GameStop investors. Like, the price isn't the issue. We'll buy it anywhere. It's not. See, we actually do real math. Like when we're buying shares right now at $17, $15, $16 today, none of us were doing the math as in to say, that's a $15 a share. We're not like AMC. We literally go, oh, that's $60 a share. Okay, yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to buy this at this price. Even when it's way high at the price, we're like, oh, okay. Because shorters can still attack it anyway, right? So for us, when I saw that happen, the split, it did a couple of things. It freed up some shares for GameStop immediately. I'm talking about cash on hand. They actually burned off a certain amount that they actually got cash back for. In addition to that, it gave them the ability to dilute all the way up to 1 billion shares. Not with the intention of doing it, but it gave them the ability. It's like I have this ability to do it, but I don't have to. We're just letting business run as usual. You're letting Wall Street know that they can get in whenever they'd like to. Come on over and make the deal. They can do that. Yes, we own all the shares, but you're not going to dilute this float. He hasn't had to. Just having the ability to do something, it's like show of force. It makes you infinitely stronger than the next. The difference between Ryan Cohen and GameStop and AMC actually has to dilute. No matter if they have $600 million on hand, the covenants are $150 million. With the cash burn of what? $1 billion a year? $800 million a year? The cash burn this year is about to be $1 billion. I'm not joking. GameStop actually paid off their debt, so they don't have that cash burn. I think you have these two stocks confused, but you can't compare the two. Ryan is not doing what you say they're doing. They're sitting on a stack of cash during an inflationary period in time, and when interest rates finally go down, and you want to go and do business, build better, get bigger, expand, top-line revenue is not everything. Like, I think that's the misconception, too. Are you aware that GameStop had 5,800 stores 3 years ago? They currently have 4,500. The amount that they used to pay in leases totaled $960 million. That's what they had on contract, $960 million in leases. They have shrunk that down to under $500 million. They paid $233 this year. They're paying $154 next year. They're going to pay $90 million in 2 years. That right there alone is gaining cents per share on the EPS. There's so many things that they're doing the right way. And yes, it is a slow churn, and it's not a short squeeze. I've never been invested for a short squeeze. Everybody knows that everyone has ever seen these videos. I've always talked fundamentals. Fundamentally, GameStop is superior to most stocks. Most of them. I've seen these guys. These guys with huge debt floats that they swing over, overpaid executives. And then you have groups in there like the Boston consulting firms that are out there trying to give you ideas on how to run your business. Ryan Cohen came into GameStop to get people out of it. He said, get the hell out of here. We don't need that. We can run business just like it was, but shrink the footprint a little bit. Get a little bit more nimble. Do e-commerce. You want to know a new business model? It's not about what you sell. It's how you sell it. You get that part? It's how I make money from 11 to 11. And I'm talking about nighttime to morning when no one's working. Once that building's closed, I have controllables. You can control all your expenses from that standpoint. And when you do, that's when you do better business. We have better operators. We are e-commerce specialists. The whole Chewy gang is just that. They're phenomenal. They're world class. And they're doing it even now. It takes time, it takes money, and they're pivoting and they're doing great. That NFT platform that you keep thinking burned all our money, go check the inventory levels on hand. We have an increase per year inventory level of over $380 million on average. Over $380 million on average. Combine that with the cost of doing business today, while interest rates are sky high, what do you have? You have phenomenal operators. But what do I know? I just read a balance sheet.
But yet Ryan's tried all these things that have failed, and he spent hundreds of millions of dollars to come back to the same square that we were at 2 fucking years ago when it comes to fundamentals. But no one cares. They love him. Every time he fucking tweets anything, it's the best thing's coming. And nothing happens. Like I said, they give him a pass and attack Adam. Now, Adam, let's fucking rip you a new fucking asshole quick.
Before you act like you're ripping him a new asshole quick, when Ryan Cohen tweets, he never tries to convince you to buy his company. He never tells you how many shares he has, why he's selling, what's the next move for his company. They give you no news. When you have gold or when you strike oil, the last thing you do is tell the world about it. You stay quiet and you put it in barrels and then you show up. And that's what we're doing. We've struck gold. You don't understand it yet. You just don't get it. Everything's going in the right direction. But maybe your investment, maybe you're looking at the stock price. Maybe you have the stock price confused with the way businesses run, right? So like I heard you say at the beginning of the stream, I didn't play this part, but I know I heard this part because I listened to your stream. You know, I actually listened to you. You said AMC Bigums. I don't even like calling you that, but I'll call it to you. You said Adam Aaron wakes up every day worrying about how to make money for this company. He's worried about the till, about, you know what's the crazy part? He doesn't make money based off of what they sell. He doesn't make money based off of what happens at the bottom level. He makes money based off of who actually puts money in on this company. Do you get that part? He has to actually have investors. And he has to convince investors that he's going to make them a profit, a return on their profit. And you do that by your balance sheet, yes, but he doesn't actually care if this company makes money anymore because that's not how he gets paid. He has $0 on the books. His annual salary is one thing. You get paid that, but he didn't put any money in. He doesn't own anything that wasn't given to him. If AMC fails, Adam Aaron doesn't lose a single dollar. He has a golden parachute. He's already made tons. I'm talking about 10 times more per year than what he's worth. And it's a failed company. But if GameStop fails, Ryan Cohen loses what? Every dollar he ever put in. Because he put in his own money. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with riding with the guy who has everything to lose rather than the guy who's playing with your money. Did you ask for an HYMC investment? Did you ask for a commercial with Nicole Kidman? Did you ask for free NFTs and popcorn? Did you ask for flying all over the country and doing movie premieres? You didn't ask for that, did you? Because you sure as hell didn't ask for Ape. Everyone got bamboozled, taken, stolen, and guess who helped perpetuate that? You. You did that. Not that you ever talked about fundamentals. You're mad about Adam Aaron selling Ape? He has no choice but to sell it to Antera at the bottom for 58 cents and 66 cents. He has no choice. He's holding to them. They're his bondholder. They hold him. He could do nothing on his own. That's why Mudrick owns him. He's bought and paid for. He's a suit. But yet here you are putting your faith in him. You didn't hire him. You didn't pick him. You haven't been here for 7 years. He has, and he's failed the whole time. Why are you not calling that out? You want to give him the benefit of the Adam Aaron? He's just a suit, my man. And he's cashed in every which way. And it's not like he's a new CEO. This guy's been a CEO for 30 years, 20 years. Failed at every single one, just enough to paint it the way it looks. Manipulation is real out here. You want to talk about the Apollo connection, the Mudrick connection, Silver Lake connection? Why are we having any connections to hedge funds the whole way through? Ryan Cohen has one hedge fund that he's invested with, and that's his own. And Volution Capital. Volution Capital and Ryan, who's RC Ventures? Me. And they put some money everywhere. But this is not seed money. This is not a day one CEO. This is not a 2-year CEO. GameStop and Matthew Furlong have been on the job for a year and a half. You cannot compare them to the 7-year monster that is going on over there at AMC. They're falling apart. And to put it together, they use Twitter to manipulate you. They use you. You don't even know you're in their pocket till you are. Hey, Bigums, If you put up a video positive about AMC, how many views do you get? You get everybody to come at you and say thank you and you're the best and keep bringing out the good info. But imagine if you brought out and you did a negative one. I do negative ones, right? And let me tell you how unprofitable they are. You showed your earnings $2,000. I make $200, $283 to be exact last month. Yeah, and I put out a lot more content, a lot more videos, a lot more effort, and a lot more research than the next guy. You think I'm doing it for money? You're out of your mind. I'm doing it for the truth. Oh, I'm a freedom fighter? No, man. You've got me all wrong. You paint me with this thing where I'm like, oh, Marantz, he's a jackass. Oh, stick it. Like, you're so vulgar and you're so aggressive towards me. And you know what? It's the crazy part. I would be so respectful with you just to tell you, yeah, you are wrong. You are wrong in thinking that you can defend this suit. And now you're going to do this fake attack on him? Don't attack him. Attack the fundamentals of what this company is. Do that and tell your people the truth. When you tell your people the truth, see who has your back then. See who's willing to ride with you when you tell them the truth. You know, when you surround yourself with a bunch of yes men, okay, that's who you are. That's who you are. You're as good as they lift you up to be. But let me know when you surround yourself with people who are going to tell you the truth and tell you, you know what, you're wrong on that one. You shouldn't do that. That's what I do. That's how I've made it this far. Being negative is one thing. I've been uber positive about a lot of things. Adam Aaron's not one.
What the fuck are you doing? I get the first two. I get this dilution. I get this dilution. It makes fucking sense from a businessman and a standpoint where, yes, you want to keep these relationships up in case you ever need to borrow money again. I get all this shit. I didn't fucking ream him for these. I was one of the only people that stood up for him, and all I got was, well, since you understand the bond market, you suck his dick because you're sticking up for him. Or I understand what the fuck happened. Nobody wants to read any of this. He gave it to a hedge fund. No, he gave it to a fucking private equity fund that loaned him private equity. He said, Jesus, fuck. They waste, like I said, you guys, this shit just blows my fucking mind. And then it's like I said, now Adam, this Anteria, what the fuck were you doing? How fucking dumb are you? I'm sorry, but I can't defend that. You talk about smart dilution all the fucking time. But what did you do? You diluted at 68 fucking cents. So, after seeing that, I understood this. And this stuff, I was like, all right, well, you owed them, blah, blah, blah. And I think Anteria's in the same type of situation. But the point is you...
Stop. Hey, AMC Bigums, listen, man. He's doing business with distressed credit investors. If you don't know the definition, go Google it, please. It's on Investopedia. You can do that. Distressed credit investors manipulate the stock from within. I have a great video about it. Jason Mudrick talked about it in detail. He says, yeah, we get in, we're small, we don't have a lot of capital, we're nimble, we get in, we put people on the board. That's how we manipulate from within. And he goes, and we're looking for companies that are on the verge of bankruptcy. That's how you do it. So when I went and looked at Banterra and I looked at their whole page, I can go pull it up right now. I just choose not to. I just want to talk to you. I want you to know, man, they're literally on their header. It says distressed credit investors. And I was like, shit, he just sold it to the shorts. And then when you bring out the transactions from November through December, you see exactly what they did. They shorted it all the way down to pennies. But my problem is, yeah, they're the bad guys. But how do they know to do that? How do they know that they could do it all the way down to the ground and that Adam Aaron would agree to sell off 22% of his company? They sold their puts and calls a week before the conversion back in August. So that tells me they've known about this the whole way. You can't prove it to me any other way, or this is just this is a coinky-dink, right? This is coincidence. So I'm with you. You want to get upset. You're like, what are you doing? Smart dilution, dilution is dilution. And there's a time to raise capital and then there's not. I said this is why I say infinitely GameStop did great at the top to sell it off at 225. I didn't say that I was happy about it, but it's proven to be correct. That was great. Okay, whatever. I bought the shares at those prices. I bought shares all the way up and down. Hell, I bought shares today. I bought shares last week. I buy shares pretty much every day. This is not an exaggeration. Don't own any options whatsoever. I will never sell my shares at any price you'd think I would. Like it's generational for me. I feel GameStop can be amazing because of the leadership they have. But AMC and this investment, how could you tell anybody that they're headed in the right direction when a short hedge fund, a distressed credit investor is in it? They want the bonds to fail. They know that AMC can't do it. So what do? They put pressure. They short the stock all the way down. Now they're asking for a reverse split. They agreed. This is an agreement. This is what that shareholder meeting's about. The special meeting. They agreed to buy the shares for X amount of dollars. Okay? And put on the table a 10-to-1 reverse stock split. And why is that? So that they can suck more out of it. Because the minute you get it down to goodwill impairments, it's going to ruin this. They're going to have to file for bankruptcy. And I know you think that they have infinite ability to liquidity. They don't. They're going to have to dilute even more. And you can't. You just diluted everyone. Do you know why Lee Whitmer, whatever his name was on the board of directors, just quit? Just walked out? He was Silver Lake. Silver Lake bought all these shares at $600 million worth. You know, they have all these bonds. They're holding these bonds, but now they're out. They're basically out because now you have a guy like this guy. I don't even know how to say his name. He-Man Shu, whatever the hell his name is. Gabaldi. And he's the one, or Antera, who is going to own AMC. When you say private equity, they are private equity. Private equity already owns AMC. So when you go out there and you file Chapter 11, it's not going to go Chapter 7, but Chapter 11. Who gets paid? Everybody but shareholders. Everybody but shareholders. The senior notes get paid first. I'm not crazy here, brother. I'm not. But let's keep going.
You look at them and you go, why do you think it's only beneficial to give it to these fuckers when you know you can dilute AMC? And at the same time, a long time ago, everybody's like, well, man, you're riding his dick because fucking you wanted to dilute. I talked about dilution the very first time when he asked and everyone said fucking no. I talked about it months before that, way before that. I said we need to fucking dilute again, pay this debt off, and just fuck them up. If we would have done that at this point, AMC could have been profitable and debt-free. Ape would have never been fucking probably even created. And who knows where the fuck we would be at. But instead, I got fucking reamed like I'm a dumbass because fundamentals matter. No matter what anyone says. Let me ask you this. People sit there and go, I got my life savings of this. I'm scared as shit that the stock might go to zero. Okay, if we would have done all that dilution before, he would have done it to the public. We would have bought the shares up, not the fucking, institutions. Give me a second here. My fucking wife is calling me. I'm just
I was like, think that through, what you're about to say. I know your wife's calling, but listen, man. The problem with that is, the way you're thinking, is that if he offers it to the public, just remember no one wanted to buy this company. At $2 a share, at AMC share, no one bought it but Mudrick. You can't offer it to the public. It'll sell off. It'll be a run on the bank, essentially. This would hit zero faster than ever. You think people want to hold this stock. I know you do. And people want to squeeze. But did you tell them there's no squeeze? Because I did. I said it 2 years ago. I said it while it was running. Guys, I have the live streams to prove it. I was live. I was making videos, and I said, this is a pump and dump with diminishing returns the whole way through. It's going to pump a little bit. It's not ever going to hit as high as it just did. And they've been sucking you dry the whole way. And when it's gotten down so low, they now are putting it back together again and sucking it down even more. This is criminal. And it's criminal for you not to say otherwise. You think I'm going to quit YouTube?
Gonna ignore it. But if we would have done all that, like I said, none of this would have happened. And there would have been zero risk for you to go to $0 because guess what? No company that is debt-free, has fucking money in the bank and is profitable will ever go to $0 per share, especially when retail's fucking holding on to it. Your chance of ever going to zero would have been demolished. And that is how you can demolish it. And it still can be demolished through this offering if everything goes right. But again, we need to come together as a group and say, okay, what can we do if we do this, if we say yes to all this stuff? What are the consequences? What are the risks? What are this shit? And come up with these things to say to Adam during this meeting. Can you guarantee me if I say yes to everything, you will sell this to retail? You will let retail pay your fucking debt off. We will control the company still. We will fuck the shorts up because they still won't do anything. And on top of that, if you look at everything we've been uncovering, and this is a thing that I don't understand about people, and I was talking about this with dilution in the first place. If you look at Citadel, and everybody brings up the $65 billion, and I talked about this for fucking 9 months, 10 months now. They sold all that shit, and it says at fair value. Well, at fair value means what? What does that mean? Who the fuck sets that value? Now think about it this way. Let's pretend they did at fair value of AMC at that point. at a buck 99. There was people out there valuating it at 99 fucking cents. It's not at what they sold it for. It's at fair fucking value. So let's just say over these last 2 years, they sold off some other stuff. Retail wasn't buying it. They bought some shit back. How much of that, like I said before, how much of that 65 billion just Citadel is just in fucking shares sold, not purchased yet. So even if he does these 120 million shares, that could be fucking, there could be 6 billion on the other side. Who cares? So it might bail out one little small thing potentially, and everyone goes, well, you're fucking dumber than shit because you want to help them out and you're paid off. No. Everything I've ever said.
I might have to fast forward him because I can't take all this, but we'll keep going.
The split. You remember I've been talking about a reverse split for fucking 5 months, 6, 7 months now straight? We need to do a reverse split. And all I heard about, you're a fucking dumbass. You don't know shit about business. The GME community, they all come crying over on my channel. You're a fucking moron. You want a reverse split? That's so stupid. Yeah, guess what? It's stupid in other circumstances, moron. This just shows how fucking dumb you are. Most reverse splits are happening because the fucking company's dying. They want to be delisted. They want to get one more chance of, hey, maybe people will jump on, catch on, and we can do one more dilution. It's one more last hurrah. For AMC, it's a completely different fucking situation. They have, here's the difference between GameStop and AMC since we started. GameStop has, zero new revenues. You have a fucking failing NFT marketplace, and you're just burning money. But it's not a lot at a time. It's 100 million at a time. Well, over 4 quarters, that doesn't go that far. So, they can sit on it for a while. Ryan can sit on it and take his private jet everywhere he wants to go for a while. He's still got quite a bit before he either needs to act for dilution, catch on, and we can do one more
I had to
dilution.
hear that one more time.
It's one more last hurrah. For AMC, it's a completely different fucking situation. They have, here's the difference between GameStop and AMC since we started. GameStop has, zero new revenues. You have a fucking failing NFT marketplace, and you're just burning money. But it's not a lot at a time. It's 100 million at a time. Well, over 4 quarters, that doesn't go that far. So,
You just said that they're burning it so fast, and now it's not that much at a time. They're not burning cash at all. So I think I proved that part. Okay, I'll let you keep saying stuff over and over. He repeats himself a lot, and he's very angry. Okay.
They can sit on it for a while. Ryan can sit on it and take his private jet everywhere he wants to go.
What private jet? Did I miss something? I haven't seen Ryan travel the country. I've seen Adam Aaron travel the country. Is he flying coach? I doubt that.
For a while. He's still got quite a bit before he either needs to act for dilution or can come up with a strategy. But this is my point. The fact that they haven't fucking blown up on him, you haven't done shit but lose all of our money. What the fuck? AMC at least is coming up with credit cards.
Stop. Okay, he's going to start naming things off, guys. Okay, this is the rundown. This is the playbook. So AMC is going to come up with credit cards. By the way, GameStop makes money, right? I've already established that, already proven that. But let's go ahead and let's talk this out. We're going to hear AMC's pros and cons, and I'm going to break them down one by one.
Fucking popcorn? They went over to their competitors, which were streaming, and now they're fucking partners with us. They're going to release their big movies in our theaters. He now has Saudi Arabia money.
All right, we're going to stop right here. So I know he's excited about Saudi Arabia money, which I really don't care. I mean, any money is better than no money. And their dollar is not worth more than another dollar. But I will tell you, to have foreign currency right now, the exchange rate is not as well as U.S. currency. That's where a lot of people are losing money overseas. That's why the movie theaters are not working out for AMC. That investment has taken their... If you look at the goodwill price for AMC, they're at $4.5 billion 3 years ago. It has come down all the way to 2.4, like I said, 2.4, 2.3, I don't know, somewhere in that range. Because the $2 billion worth of movie theaters overseas are no longer worth anything. That one and the Carmike movie theaters here. So the $900 million over there overseas and the 1.1, 1.2 billion over here, those two movie theater deals are worth $0, essentially. So that's the debt. That's what you see on the books. But let's talk about credit cards for a second. I've already explained this to a lot of people. If you guys missed out on this AMC crowd, if this is the first time you've ever seen me, I'm in the world of retail. I'm in the world of credit cards. I'm in the world of advertising. I'm in the world of a lot of things. Right? That's what I do for a living. Pretty significant level. And I'll tell you this much. There's no money to be made in credit cards as the company itself, right? So like there's no partnership there where you actually get paid for the credit card. He's paying Deserve. Deserve's not paying him. So AMC has to pay Deserve for the branding, for the credit card, and to loan it out, right? So they're going to be doing interest rates all the way from 18 to 30%, depending on whatever the Wall Street Journal prime rate is, on top of their current rate. These are not very good credit cards. There is no annual fee, but I believe he's asking people to have a Stubbs membership to get it. I don't know how much a Stubbs membership is per year, but I guarantee you that's a pretty high fee to have for a credit card. Additionally, credit cards give you a bounty every time you get an approval. I don't know what the bounty is for this credit card, but you would have to have the technology, the software on site to get people to apply. And if they can't apply, well, that's one thing. But there are no big ticket items to buy other than expensive popcorn. I don't know why you'd want a credit card from AMC on site. There's nothing there. I understand why Best Buy has them, Target, Walmart. I don't even think Target has it. Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club. Like, they all have large ticket items, electronics, high-end stuff. Even GameStop already has their own credit line. So, and they also have a payment plan via PayPal. But these guys coming up with a credit card, that doesn't mean you make any profit whatsoever. It actually gives you an expense. Using credit cards, you incur an expense, the credit card expense, transactions. Every credit transaction, you have to pay pennies on the dollar. This is why certain companies don't accept American Express, because it's so expensive, and or Discover. But Visa and MasterCard, sure, you're still going to pay. So I don't know how it's a good thing, but hey, they're going to go ahead and they're going to figure it out one way. They're going to figure out how you don't make money. It's not going to happen unless you're going to train your staff, which I hope they do, on how to sell credit cards. That's another whole issue too. Can you imagine how much training it takes to sell a credit card to somebody? I'll let you find that out. I know what it takes, but I'm just letting you know it's not going to work. And just for history or background behind that, I launched the second largest credit card, co-branded credit card in America. I was part of that campaign and one of the main guys for that stuff. So yes, I know all about it. Next is popcorn. In the industry of popcorn, no one really makes money in that industry. The profits are minimal. The margin cannot be large, or else you wouldn't have it. You wouldn't have a product. I've heard AMC Bigham say there's 84% markup on popcorn. He might be talking about at the theaters, but retail-wise, like at the store, you wouldn't make it. Olven Redenbacher, Jiffy Pop, even the select brands, as far as the brands, the in-house brands, right? So private label, like Kirkland and or Sam's Club or Sam's Choice, whatever it is, Choice, you wouldn't be able to compete. You don't have the buying power, and you're going to have to pay for distribution. You're going to have to pay for packaging and final delivery. There's no way you make a profit. I would just tell you guys, you're better off selling Girl Scout cookies at the exit door. This is never going to work. I don't think anybody's told him this yet. I think he's wasting his money and his time, but it's all spaghetti at this point. Every idea that he's ever said from his first earnings call while the apes showed up was spaghetti. And that's what I call it. It's spaghetti sales. You put it all on a plate, a whole bunch of ideas, and you throw it on the wall and see what sticks. This is panicking. You are panicking. You are sinking in quicksand, and no one's going to save you. Those ideas do not make money. I promise you guys, I've seen it a dime a dozen. You will make nothing on popcorn for at least 3 years. I'm talking about not $1 profit. You will not make a single dollar on credit cards. You're going to ruin a lot of people's lives. You might do that part, but you're not going to make $1. So, Adam Aaron, come dispute this with me. Come on. Come let me know how wrong I am. Write up a whole tweet storm about it. But I guarantee you I'm not wrong. I know this more than I know anything in life. You're not going to make a single dollar on a credit card transaction. You, personally, the company, AMC, just like you didn't with your NFT giveaways. I mean, you took loss leaders. You got people in the door, but there's nothing you can do. You can convince everyone in the world. Stubbs members get the credit card. They get to apply, and then they get a sweepstakes with you for like $3,000, whatever it may be. That's not enough. That's not enough. I wouldn't, you know what? People are not going to want to meet you pretty soon. People are not going to be showing up to these premieres happy. I mean, you got your fanboys, but I'm not one, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people out here who have lost their whole life savings. But understand what I'm telling you guys. Those are not great business models. The merchandise end. I even tell you this. Zoom meetings at the movie theater. No. The reason why Zoom meetings work in huge auditoriums at like hotels, like he said, in the hotel industry, we max them out because they have lodging. You don't have lodging at AMC movie theaters. So there's no point in me going and staying somewhere at a hotel just to drive over to your movie theater. There's so much involved there. And then if you're going to be renting those out, they better be making more movie than concession and movies. And chances are they're not. If you looked at what Avatar made yesterday, Avatar made, I believe, $7 million for the movies. They're fizzling out. And then Wakanda Forever is only in 178 movie theaters. Guys, I'm sorry, AMC Bigums. I know you work for a living. So do I. I work 12 hours a day. I have a family. I have a kid. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm a full-time YouTuber, yes. Think about it. I only sleep 3 to 4 hours a day, and yet I still find time to take the wife out dancing, still go to the mall and go shopping, still play video games. I find time. Don't give me the excuse that you're looking up information and you're studying, you're hanging out with the guys. You can't be looking up all the Reddit posts. You can't be doing. I find time. Because if you really are about this life and you're really about this investment, you're not me. Don't ever try to tell everyone that you're the best at what this is and that you can't do it because everybody's bought and paid for. I don't have a single affiliate. I got rid of everything. And not that I got rid of everything. The only one I've ever had is GameStop. My only affiliate link was GameStop. I'm affiliated with GameStop. What I do? I delete it because I don't want GameStop to send me a check. That's how petty I am about it. Turn down Moomoo app, turn down Webull. I'll turn down everybody. But hey, let's talk about it.
10 theaters coming out next year. People sit there and just go, that's no big deal.
Oh, hey, let's talk
Saudi
about
Arabia.
Because you're going to talk about Saudi Arabia for a long time about how there's money out there, all this stuff, the big theatrical, whatever. That's cool, man. What you're not going to talk about is that AMC has uncancelable loans. This is why AMC can't be profitable. Because if they had the ability to cut their theaters in half, they would. But they can't. Go look at the leases. They can't cancel them. Those leases per movie theater are uncancelable, and they're for 10 to 25 year long leases. I'm telling you, it's in the damn annual shareholders meeting. It's in the 10K. It's in the man. I read everything line by line. I want you guys that are invested in AMC, go read everything line by line, and then come back to me and prove me wrong. Uncancelable loans, and I've showed I've showed my whole crew. This is why my crew's so loyal about not investing in that investment. Because I literally show everybody everything Adam Aaron says. Every time he tweets, man, I make a video. I'm not a hater like you think. I love people. I want people to make money. This is not where you're going to make money. You guys picked the wrong horse.
Is the number 10 IMAX theater revenue in the fucking world. So when you put 10 theaters over there, there's not that many theaters over there. So when you go over there and you're the big man on campus in the 10th most fucking profitable place in the world, that matters. So I keep bringing up Saudi Arabia. He wants to get 50 theaters over there. And it's not like he's putting theaters over there, paying for new theaters, paying for the rent, the up cost. No, he's letting them use his brand. It's free fucking revenue. It's like he basically just getting paid free Saudi Arabia money so they can put his fucking logo on their cups and on their theater, and that's it. Smart as fuck. If you've been paying attention to the world, if you've been paying attention to fucking everything going on with money, fiat currencies, all these other countries buying up gold, CBDCs, then trying to come up with that digital dollar, BRICS, all this stuff. If you're paying attention to that, gold in a fucking couple months, if Adam Aaron looks at it and goes, we're not going to go down in a couple years, I'm not fucking worried about it, and that thing hits some gold, a shit ton of it, which is, look at the size of the fucking thing. If he's thinking long run and it just hits, that could be a fucking massive deal. But everybody in this community fucking takes the book, just like today. Oh my god, we're fucked. We went under $4. They pick up a book, they read one fucking sentence, or one ticker, they look at it going down, and they fucking explode. These guys that are sitting there, AMC sucks, GameStop so much better. You guys did a reverse split, so in 6 months, when you dilute, and that one tool bag, when you dilute, I will be on your channel, don't worry, I will be there. And then I will...
You're going to be on my channel when you dilute? Is that what you said? When we dilute? In 6 months? 6 months from now, we're cash flow positive and we'll be issuing a dividend. Yeah. 6 months from now. I'm pretty positive. I could be wrong, right? I mean, think about that. I could be wrong, but I'm so real about the investment because, like, I really know it. I really read each line. You don't. Very apparent. For somebody who's so smart and you own it, you don't read about it because there's nothing to read, right? There's nothing out there. I have to go look for it myself, make my own content from scratch, give you a video like 25 reasons to buy GameStop, break down everything, the leadership, the fulfillment centers, the in-source logistics, you name it. I break down everything about GameStop. And you're going to say I have nothing to talk about? It's because my whole crew's already seen it. And they keep seeing it. I do one a month. One a month. Why should you buy GameStop? And here you go. And I dig into it. You don't think I'm critical of things? I'm very critical of things. I'm so critical that I'm sitting here, I'm telling you that I'm going to invest more and keep doing it more because it's that good. Dilute. You said dilute. That's hilarious. What would be the purpose of diluting? To raise, let me explain this, what the difference between Ryan Cohen, Matthew Furlong, Larry Chang, Alan Adel, the whole board of directors. To think about it this way. To dilute during this time frame makes 0 sense. 0 cents. We're not Adam Aaron. Adam Aaron's diluting right now with interest rates as high as they are, hard to borrow money, the worst credit rating you can have besides default, right? You've been degraded down to a double C. I mean, I'm telling you, all the writing's on the wall. for AMC to just get the hell out of here and fail. And they will. They will. GameStop's not doing that. GameStop wouldn't take away from themselves. They haven't lost anything. They get attacked every day. You know what that stock is? That stock has 3 million shares traded back and forth today. 4 million shares today. Ended green, sure, but I'll tell you what it is. Minimal volume, can get shorted down, no problem. We have no volume. We trade 1% of the float each day. That's it. It's easy. Easy work. They can knock it down all damn day. Do I care? No, I want more at that price. I'd like for you to say that. When they covered all of APE in 2 days, a Thursday and a Friday ago, 300 million shares traded back and forth in 2 days, and you're telling me that they're not covering? They knew what was coming. They set it up that way. They shorted everything all the way down, and then they covered the short right there in front of you. And Adam Aaron just smiled. I raised $360 million of capital. No, you didn't. You took a buyout from them. They paid you with money that they took from shorting APE. You allowed it to get shorted down. They made all that money. They pulled the equity out of the stock of AMC, which you were already pissed off about from people that voted you to say, no, you're not getting a raise this year. No, you can't. Go ahead and dilute this stock any further. You said, I can. Watch me. I'm going to do it a different way. And before you did it, you told all the board of directors, guys, we're going to go ahead and dilute this stock down. We're going to invent APE. We're going to get this going. Yeah. And so what did they do? What did your bondholders do? In period 1 of 2022, go read it. Go read it. Period 1 of 2022, when AMC insiders were finally going to sell off all their vested shares, January and February timeframe. They have that little window right there. What did they do? Antera bought puts, 1,900 puts. Boom. Watch this stock go from $40 all the way down to the ground. And they helped it. They watched it this whole time frame. I haven't even ran the 13F on them. I bet you I can see all the transactions from then till now. I bet you they've been shorting the shit out of it the whole way through. The shorters that Adam Aaron's complaining about, the Wall Streeters that he's complaining about, that's who he just sold the company to. And he gave them a heads up. Hey, we're going to go ahead and get rid of all our shares. We're going to let this shit get all the way down, and then we're going to roll out APE. And BlackRock saw it. BlackRock said, okay. What did they do? Antera sold their puts again at the end of quarter 2. How did they know? How are they the perfect traders, man? They're the best traders in the world. Antera Capital. Perfect timing. BlackRock. Shoots up to 27. They sell 41% of their shares. 41%. You said Adam Aaron would have destroyed this company a long time ago. There is no money in destroying this company a long time ago. The money is grinding it out of you. They had the plan of destroying it. 2019, when they hired Ernst & Young as their auditor, and they hired Sean Goodman as their CFO. Yeah, at the same time. They hired these guys 2019 because the debt on the books, after having the biggest top-line revenue year ever, was $4.6 billion, $4.7 billion before COVID. And start selling the shit off. Start offering it to everybody. That's what they've been doing. When you run your company via offerings and only offerings, whatever's happening at the turnstiles does not matter. Whatever movies come out do not matter. That's why I tell you, the greatest movies in the world could come out. It could be Avatar. It could be Wakanda. It could be, what were the last ones? Jurassic Park, Minions, Top Gun. I mean, you had just a run. Oh, not that many theatrical releases. I'm aware. But you're down 80% on foot traffic a decade. From 2013 to 2022, foot traffic for movie theaters is down 80%. The average income that a movie theater made, you got to know this stuff, Biggums, if you're ever going to talk movies with me. The average income that a movie theater made in 2014 and 15 was around $7.8 to $7.9 million a movie theater for AMC. They bought dead movie theaters. That number dropped all the way down to $2 million at one point. They were at, on average, $5.4, $5.5 million a movie theater. They were down. They weren't making anything. All the way down. Do you know what they made last year? 2.6. Do you know where they're at this year? 3 and some change. They're never going to see the 8 and the 7 that they had before. Never. The word is never. I have studied movie theaters for the last 2 years. I know you think I'm just a basher of Adam Aaron. No, I study movie theaters, man. Cinemark, and why? Why? You don't own any shares. I did at one point, but it baffled me. I was like, what the hell's going on out here? Why is every video I see on YouTube about AMC, every tweet I see about AMC, I'm not even asking for it. It's all everywhere. Nothing about GameStop. The one thing that I really understand, I said, okay, let me go find out what AMC is all about. Let me go find out why Cinemark's so successful. Why does Cinemark have they did last quarter, $675 million cash on hand? Cash on hand and 0 offerings over the last 5 years. Their insiders bought shares during the pandemic. They didn't give their insiders bonuses. That company's running like a smooth engine. They have less theaters, yet they still did 62 million people quarter 2. AMC did 69. Like, AMC's so much better. That's with everybody going. That's with everybody in putting out tweets and I only go to AMC to the moon. You don't see any of that for Cinemark. They don't need it. They run a great business, man. It's tough, man. It's tough because when you see things like HYMC, that really just that really like gives you a real upset stomach, or it should, because that's paying back Mudrick. And then the group that you hang out with, oh man, everybody you hang out with, everybody you bring onto the channel, whether it be Phil for real, who's ignorant by all costs, and then you have Boss Blunts and you have other people. They're all, yeah, gold mine. You're like, what are you guys talking about? You don't know that's Mudrick? Mudrick Capital was the chairman of the board on the gold mine when they brought it from a company. They bought it public, okay? As a SPAC, boom. They shot up to $16 a share, dropped it all the way down to 29 cents. They fired the CFO, the CEO, the COO, and the chairman of the board left. Everybody cashed out on that bitch. They hired Dr. Diane Garrett. She has no idea. She's oblivious to it all. They put her in a room with Adam Aaron. I got the whole interview. Her interview that only had 200 views on YouTube. Still, nobody's seen it. I go and put it up. What? Nobody's seen it. You should really watch that. You would understand. You would understand that the paperwork doesn't make sense. She made it make sense. Jason Mudrick made it make sense. Go watch the videos, man. And then you'd say the truth. Then you would know why Adam Aaron is doing what he's doing. They're going to prolong this. They're going to make this stretch out all the way to 2023 December so he can get vested more shares. He can vest more shares, right? But he still can't sell them according to his bylaws. But who knows? He might change those too.
Continuously put that fucking quote there that instead of responding to, your only answer was, we didn't buy a gold mine. And then I say, well, our guy also fucking didn't go over to BBBY. Dude, I can show you a shit ton of fucking people that got stuck in GameStop at BBBY, and everyone gave Ryan the pass because he fucking went off into the sunset with all this money, and then some people made money, and a lot of fucking people lost money. And this is why I fucking give a shit. In this fucking movement, I told you guys were gonna see people's fucking, what their intentions were. Dude, I don't want my fucking son growing up in this fucking world.
Then what do you mean? You don't want your son growing up in this world? Stop being a goddamn pessimist. You're worried about what Ryan Cohen did with his money at Bed Bath & Beyond. You think the whole world followed him into it? I bought Bed Bath & Beyond at $4. You know when I bought it? When I looked at it one day on the chart, on the live, and I said, wow, that's really undervalued. I'm going to get in it. And I got in and I sold at $6, $5, whatever, $5.60. I made my 30% and I got out. Was I mad? Nope. I was like, cool. It ran all the way to $30, bro. I didn't care. I still don't care. If people do what they want with their money, that's on them. You can't blame Ryan Cohen. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. If people want to follow him, they can. Right? They lose money, that's it. He filed and he made an SEC filing that said he was going to sell. And what did he do the next day? He sold. If people didn't sell with them, that's on them. The bags they're holding is their own. You're a trip, bro.
Why do I fucking do this shit? I see what the fuck is going on. I see AMC and my GameStop shares. They're not just, oh my god, I own these two companies. They're my fucking way to say fuck this shit, fuck this system, and fuck this crap. We're fucking, dude, look at the corruption going on.
That's where you and I differ. I'm not here for fuck this shit, fuck this crap, and look at this manipulation going on. That's not why I'm here. I am fundamentally invested in a company I like because it's undervalued. It's not being evaluated properly. The analysts have not given its true value, and I don't agree to the stock price because I just don't want to sell at this price. So I know the fundamentals of the company inside and out. You should too. To say that my only answer is, well, at least we didn't buy a failed gold mine, I've elaborated on that 10 times right now. I just choose not to type it up in a message on Twitter or on YouTube, like in a comment, like you did. You wrote a whole goddamn novel. I don't do that. I make videos, sure. And I have this open dialogue for you. And we can keep going through this video. I mean, this shit is long as hell. One session, one edit, no takes. I even took a phone call during this thing. I'm telling you, AMC Bigums, I'm infinitely better at this than you. And I'm not bragging. I'm just letting you know you don't have the information. You have theories and ideas. I have math, and it works the same in every language. So read it, write it down, and understand it. GameStop is a valuable company. GameStop is a profitable company and always has been. It got attacked and they failed. They lost. Now, let me know when they want to admit defeat. That's all it is. For you, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but you're making money off of it. You're making money off of misinformation and hopium.
Look at this. This should make you fucking puke. Where the fuck is it? I want to punch my fucking window right now. I fucking hate what they're doing. This shit is fucking atrocious. Whatever. They just fired that girl from Virginia who tried to prosecute JP Morgan because they're fucking sex criminals and they were all involved in Epstein's Island and all this shit. And I said, dude, these fucking videos that I make, like, I don't give a fuck about, and it sucks. Because when I make these videos, most people watch like, oh, what's he thinking about AMC? What's he thinking about this? Who fucking gives a shit? This is the shit, this stuff. This is what you guys should be fucking learning, but it gets no views. The stock market, the back end shit, the how the synthetics are made, where they come from, what's legal, how they can legally do things, where the gray areas are. I'm showing you all this shit, but people are coming up to me going, Bigums, did you know that the second this fucking cuspidey changes, they never need to cover their fucking synthetics, and we're fucked. Look at Reddit, it's all over everything. Morant's Rant says, you mean the biggest fucking douchebag in the world? Morant's Rant, the guy that fucking talks nothing about GameStop. Anytime you say a bad thing, he'll just block you. If you prove,
I'll just block you. I don't talk anything about GameStop. You can come on in. AMC Bigums. You want my phone number? Text me. I'll give it to you. Straight up. I'm not afraid. And you can go blast it to anybody. I'm not afraid of you. All I talk is GameStop. When I'm talking about AMC, I'm talking about GameStop. I'm showing you how wrong you are. How wrong you've been. I've been correct about every move Adam Aron's going to make for the last 2 years. It's documented online. Every video I've ever made, from start to finish, I've never wavered. The integrity that I'm hosted up with, the reason why you can't buy me and no one can afford me, because I'm all about truth.
Prove him wrong on anything. It's, well, my guy didn't buy a gold mine. Well, my guy didn't do this. No, your guy blew $700 million on no new revenue streams. That's what he did. Congrats.
We already established what he blew it on, right? We already established they paid off their debt. They're a profitable company. You just don't understand fundamentals and you don't understand the balance sheet. Just want to get that clear. I want to say it like for the 4th time this stream.
Fucking dumbass, dude. God, that guy's a fucking loser. But like I said, dude, you're going to see all these fucking people disappear now. You're going to see all these true fucking intentions because it's the liquidation phase. It's not fucking fun. They can't sit there every day and go, hey, it's going to go up and everybody be happy and give me fucking super chats. Yeah, fuck yeah. This is the point where the end of all these fucking people that were borrowing money at low rates, COVID exemptions, all this shit, buying stocks, buying shorts, they can't fucking afford, are liquidating the shit out of it. People that are worrying about just AMC and Adam Aron. Guys, stop reading one fucking sentence. Open the book. Look at the whole market. It's bleeding by the billions every fucking day. Trillions left the fucking market. Trillions. When all those CEOs were starting to sell off mass quantities of share a long time ago, I put out fucking eyes and everything, and I go, you guys, this is what you should be paying attention to. This fucking tells you something's going to happen. And the fucking market's bled out. And everybody looks at me and goes, well, you didn't predict any of this stuff. You just said phase 6. Phase 6 did its fucking job. Number 3, 3 months in, $80 trillion fucking dollars of hidden U.S. debt. 80 trillion was found. I told you on 3 months after that fucking date, trillions of dollars will be found. Oh, I was fucking right about phase 6. I told you after these grandfather contracts come in, they're fucked. There's nothing they can do. They don't have the fucking collateral because all their collateral's in stocks that are fucking plummeting. They said GameStop's up to 16 shares. All these people talking shit. When you guys dilute now at 12, and we're talking shit about us. Oh, smart dilution. Morant Rant. Smart dilution, what a fucking idiot. And then not even 10 minutes later in this video, he goes on how GameStop was so smart they diluted at the top. Oh, you mean smart dilution, you fucking moron? Jesus, fuck. But now Ryan's destroyed our smart dilution because we're fucking dropping. And dropping. And shorts are looking over going, why the fuck would I need to cover? Everyone that looks at me, if AMC gets out of debt, Why would it fucking matter? Because AMC is getting all these new revenue streams. If they get out of debt and go fucking profitable, not only is the short squeeze dead, you had all these new toolboxes for Adam Aaron to fuck the short.
Okay, let's stop right there. It's a long ass video, bro. And you keep attacking me and you keep saying things, but like when you speak out of your ass like this, it kills me, man. What do you keep talking about? They get out of their debt. They're gonna get out of their debt. They're gonna be debt free, and then they're gonna be profitable. It's like, are you forgetting that they owe $5 billion? Like they still owe $5 billion. No matter how much money they have stacked up in their books, that they're cash burning $1 billion a year, they still owe $5 billion. They're not paying that off. There's no way in hell they're paying that off. There is a charge. There's a charge. Go read the SEC filing one more time. Okay. There is a charge, and GameStop even paid this charge when they did theirs, when they paid off their $940 million. There is a make whole premium charge. It's called make whole premium. Go to the SEC filing. Google that. Okay. Make whole premium. Make whole's one word with a little hyphen in between it. Make whole premium is a charge you have to pay when you pay off the debt early. Therefore, they will not do that. They will not pay the added interest charge. These distressed credit investors wrote up the contract. They are loan sharks. Adam Aaron is in bed with them, and you don't get it. They're not debt-free, so please stop speaking that way. Like they're going to be, or they will be. No one's buying this shit. No one's going to pay for Adam Aaron's mistakes. 7 years of mistakes, you're not going to fix it in one afternoon. And not in one offering.
What's up the ass? Have you ever heard of a share buyback? Do you know what that is? Well, that's suddenly on the table. Dividends, that group that fucking hates all of us because...
What the hell are you talking about? Share buyback. That's on the table. You have to have cash. You have cash? Where are you going to buy it from? Yourself? You can offer shares, but what are you buying back in the open market? You're joking.
We can't give out dividends because of fucking covenants, but won't get over it. You can get your dividend. We can explore and do all these new things, and there's zero risk now if you're fucking entire...
You know he pushed out $1 billion to 2029, right? There's covenants on that too. There's no dividends to be coming. For the next 10 years, 7 years, there's no dividends coming. How are you going to pay off this debt, bro? I'm going to wait. Hold on, man. I'm just going to sit here and let you talk.
Your investment going to zero. But if Adam Aaron is not going to fucking go, yes, I will give it to you guys, and he's going to go, I'm going to dilute 100 million fucking ape to these firms at a discount, then I'm going to say to Adam Aaron, stick it up your ass. And that's my job as the owner, and that's our job as the owner, is to fucking make sure the CEO is on track, is to question his moves, because he's still our employee, and it's okay. It doesn't mean you're shill. It doesn't mean you're fucking against all of us. And if you're just like, yeah, I follow Adam Aaron, I think he's, and you do trust him, okay, it doesn't mean you're paid off by the guy. It means you think he knows more about business fucking sense than me, and knows more about running fucking companies than all of us on fucking Twitter complaining, and his goal is to not squeeze. His goal is to fucking get AMC profitable, out of debt, and by doing that, we can get our squeeze. Like I said, stop comparing it to GameStop. If I'm a short right now in GameStop, I'm looking over and I go, you're burning hundreds of millions a quarter. You have no fucking brand new revenue stream since I shorted you 2-3 years ago. And it was juicy looking then. You guys are still on track to go for debt, or you guys are on track to fucking dilute at a low number. But everyone wants to give him a fucking pass. I'm not going to give him a fucking pass anymore.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to give you a pass anymore. You just said GameStop's burning off cash, or they need to dilute or make some money. Guess what? They've been making money this whole damn decade. Every year but 1 year, they got shorted the shit out of. 1 year. 2019, the transition between 2018 and 2019 is where they lost money and they got attacked. They had $1 billion fee on goodwill impairment charges. That's what you're looking at. You don't even understand it. They make money. That's the difference here. They've always made money. They're going to make money. The business model that is retail. It makes money. It churns. You get people in the damn store. They shop. They spend money. E-commerce makes money. Everybody has a cell phone. Internet is everywhere. You can order anything at any time. It's upsetting because you're elementary about your thought process on business. Certainly retail business.
Ryan, what are you fucking doing? Adam, what are you doing fucking diluting at 68 cents and then preach about fucking smart dilution? You guys, it's okay to tell them they're fucking idiots sometimes. You're their fucking...
Is it okay to tell you you're a fucking idiot sometimes? I'm going to end the stream right here because I'm halfway through your video, but I know you don't say anything else of substance the whole way through. I'm going to give you this opportunity to have an open conversation. Hey, listen, AMC Biggs, I'm not attacking you, man. Not you personally. I'm attacking the info you're giving out. Know the difference, please. Everyone out there say, oh, you're attacking a YouTuber. Oh, this guy attacks me. This guy. I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking the info you put out. The info you put out is wrong. I've proven you wrong with fundamentals of GameStop. I hope you know that. We can dive deep into it. If you want to look at the way GameStop makes money, the transition of doing Cyber Week instead of Cyber Monday, being closed on Thanksgiving, giving back to the employees, giving shares to the actual store managers, creating a sense of culture within that company, in addition to shortening the footprint, becoming nimble, cutting out the losses, cutting out the fat. Like, they're doing all the things that they want to do because they understand how to become better operators. I understand it. Do you? I do this for a living. Do you? I'm serious right now. You can't tell me that GameStop's not going to make it out of this hole that someone put them into for a couple of years. They're already out of the hole. You just don't see it yet. That's the difference. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a long one, but hey, no edits, no cuts, no breaks. Everything you see is real. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be live, or I'll make more videos tonight. I don't give a shit. And when people say it's all about grifting, this is a grifting video, you're absolutely wrong. This is not about grifting. This is about getting the correct information out. And I hope you like it. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Hey, AMC Bigums. Call me. Text me. Come on in. See what it's like. Peace.